Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Y2 Unders, the Pokemon Gamer. In the last episode we finished off Treecko Cave, if I remember correctly, and then we also started exploring through Mistralton City, eventually making our way to the gym, and we got through a good chunk of that, because Mistralton doesn't really have very much to do, or many people to talk to. So today we're going to be taking on the Mistralton City Gym Leader, Skyla. For anyone who hasn't paid attention to like the past episode or two, she specializes in flying types, so if you have an electric type like Dynamo here, good Pokemon to have for this gym. You'll probably be like, why is he using a rare candy to evolve this? Well, honestly, I kind of wanted to have the extra stats that obviously electric has over Dynamo, you know, being an evolved Pokemon. You know, basically just that, of course. Not to mention it can now relearn a bunch of moves, I think. I think you can get things like Discharge or something like that now. So, I mean, that would be, I guess, at some point. But either way, it's basically just there to be slightly more powerful than, you know, Dynamo was. So, as well as I think slightly faster. I think it's got like 10 more base speed. It's obviously not that amazing, but I mean, I don't know. For anyone who didn't know, in the last episode I got trolled really badly by this gym. One of the trainers decided to flinch hacks me 11 fucking times. And this is more of the same. Suba has Heart Stamp, which I believe is a move that has a chance of flinch. And yeah, flinches. Hooray! At the very beginning of this fucking episode. It manages to flinch me like 3 times in a row. Before I managed to fire off a Charge Beam, and the Charge Beam not only connects, but it also gives me a +1 on special attack, putting Smogon into the red, making Skyla have to heal it off, according to the way her AI is coded, of course, which means I can now fire off yet another Charge Beam. As long as I didn't miss, it was fine, and I did not miss, so it connects, killing banging the Subat, and I also happen to get another increase in special attack. So as long as she didn't have anything else that would, you know, open me or flinch me or anything like that, I was pretty much fine. She goes for the Bubble Beam, obviously does decent damage as stab or neutral damage. And I go for the Charge Beam, it does connect, being 4 times weak. Swanna will faint to this, it doesn't matter. I think even, you know, just regular damage, not +1 or +2, it would have still KO'd one shot. That was also her A's for me, who actually, you know, doesn't know. And her last Pokemon being a level 37 Scrummies also does pack Sturdy, so something to kind of remember and keep in mind whenever it comes to, you know, dealing with it. It didn't use any other moves, but it has Stealing. It just kept using Stealing for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why, but that's all it kept using. So, I mean, that's a thing, I suppose. Firing up the Charge Beam is just going to bring it down to its Sturdy. She only has 1 healing item, so it's going to be sitting there like this. And I'm honestly surprised that she didn't have something like Bruce or something on it. But either way, Spark's going to kill this thing, and that'll be the end of this gym battle. So, congratulations, we've won our 6th gym badge. Now, is it just me, or does this Let's Play feel like it's still going a bit fast? Even though we're not speeding up the gameplay, which is kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, I don't even remember where we were at in, or what was it, Pokemon Black, when we got to Skyla. I don't remember how many episodes we were for that, which is weird. But this should definitely go over several episodes still. Like, it's gonna probably still be anywhere between 80 and 100 something episodes. Rough estimate, of course, because there's a lot of post-game stuff to do. Anyways, when you step on that one spot, you will not only be thrown back to the very beginning of the gym, you will be thrown all the way outside, and upon beating her, she will follow you outside, talking about Professor Juniper, and she asks you to go to the Celestial Tower to find her, and once we find her, we'll be able to, you know, take a plane ride and all that other happy crap, so that'll be fun. Before we do that though, of course, we're going to heal, because, you know, you want to be at full health and have all the PP that you need, because that'll be something that we really need. In the upcoming route, there is one of those rematch trainers, and I have to kind of like mention this right away. It's ideal to not take the easy path every time you enter this route to get either to Mistralton or to like the Celestial Tower or whatever. You're gonna want to take that, the little thing that we're walking on now. You're gonna want to take that because that way you'll be able to get past the one trainer that you would normally rematch every time you come into this area. Normally when you come into this area from Mistralton like we did, if you happen to go to the left rather than go on to this like, balance beam type of thing, if you go into the area on the left, there is I think a breeder, I think that's what type of trainer he is, and he will battle you every time you come into the area. So I personally always find it annoying, unless I really needed the experience, of course, and the money, but normally that's never a problem. I mean, if you want to rematch him, you're more than welcome to, but if you find the rematching and whatnot kind of annoying, then just avoid going in that direction. Just use like the balance beam thing and you'll be fine. It also allows you to kind of just get further towards the end without having to deal with any kind of wild battles. So, I mean, it's also a nice bonus to using the balance beam. But, yeah. So, we have one of those very special battles, much like X and Y has, throughout the entire region. Of course, we've had triples, we've had, I think, rotation, and I think we've had like one other that I just can't think of off the top of my head. But rotation is fairly simple and fairly easy to just win. You just have to be good at the like your may switch into. So, I mean, it's not that big a deal. I don't know how stat increases and decreases work. I don't know if they reset whenever you switch over to another Pokemon or not. I'm gonna assume that they don't stay, because, I mean, with a -1, I don't know if Drilling would have survived or not. Almost positive it wouldn't, but I mean, there might be a slight chance that it could have survived. So, I don't know. Either way, it's not that big of a deal. We still are able to OHKO Drilling, so fairly easy battle, especially if you happen to have the Lucario on your team at this point. Like I recommended you get, at the very, very beginning of the game, because, yeah, Lucario is a beast. There's some good Pokemon in the area as well. I think more notably still being things like Fungus. I know you can get Zebstrika in the area, or at least I know you could in Black and White 1. I think it's in Black and White 2 as well. Could be wrong, but it's still something you can get if you really wanted to, and you can get it technically just before the gym, so it's also an added bonus to it. Of course, you're going through Charged Game Cave regardless to get to the city, so you should have no excuses to not have something like an electric type for the gym. So, I mean, and of course, now I basically kind of hate the entire P-Dove line. That flinch axe from fucking Unpheasant in the last episode was unreal. And I really pray that no one ever has to go through something like that ever again, because that was god-awful. That was so bad. But yeah, every time you come to the area, you will, if you go through that area that we were walking on, you will end up battling him. So this guy, he's looking for an Emolga and he wants to trade a Gigalith. It's a really good in-game trade because if you happen to be trying to work on your Pokédex, it's really good to have if you don't have people that you can trade with. Also, there's a hidden grotto right next to that house, and you can find a really good Pokemon in here. Zangoose has the hidden ability Toxic Boost, which is kind of like Guts, but for a poison. If the Pokemon's poisoned, its attack stat is increased, so it's kind of a cool little thing that it has. I decided to catch it just to kind of show you like that it does have the ability and whatnot. I'm not sure what the encounter rate is specifically for this route, and by that I mean like the actual grotto encounter rate, because I know that I think you can get Zangoose and what's it called in here? Let's see if I can't find this really quick. So we are on Route 7. Zangoose is a or 7.50% chance to find. So is the Viper, and then you have Watchog, and then you have PokeBeach, which is a 1% chance to find. So Zangoose is one of the easier Pokemon to find in this. When I was playing through my Black 2, once the English game came out, I was always trying to find it, but I could never get it to appear in there. So it's kind of a cool and I guess somewhat ironic thing that it, you know, just decided to appear there during my Let's Play. I don't know if PokeBeach is all that great, even though it's a 1%, and Viper has Infiltrated, which I guess is better in Generation 6, considering what it can do now. So I mean, I don't know. Zangoose seems to be the best Pokemon you can get out of that exact, you know, grotto, though. And again, remember those special trainers? Yeah, this is another one. This happens to be a triple battle trainer. And I'm just going to be targeting Unpleasant with everything here because I don't want this thing going air slash all day. So, I mean, I really don't want to deal with that. I don't think anyone does. The fact that it survived and that, you know, Samurai had to fucking kill it was also kind of surprising, but, I mean, I guess that's also a thing, I guess. But, either way, at least I'm glad that we connected the charge beam. I know that it has a weird accuracy about it, but either way, I'm still glad that it connected. I didn't want to have to waste time with more than one remaining foe after, you know, all the attacks went through. I don't know why I really called it foe, but I don't know. Like, I really don't know what you would call them. Opposing Pokemon, I guess. Opponent. I don't know. Something. I don't know, I'm just kind of like whatever at the moment. So I kind of want to mention this. I'm a little disappointed. There hasn't been like any X and Y, not X and Y, but like AlphaSapphire and OmegaRuby news for some time now. I can't remember when we actually got our last news for it. I think it was, what, like almost 3 weeks ago now? I want to say 3 weeks. I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to think here. It was... Wow, it was much longer than that. I think it's been a month. I think since the 7th, or no, the 15th. So it's almost a month. It's been 1, 2, 3, it'd be close to a month as of tomorrow. About 4 weeks. So I'm a little disappointed. I mean, yeah, we got Metagross and whatnot, but like, I kind of want to, you know, see some new stuff. There's been a lot of trolly things. Losing my voice again. There's been a lot of trolly things coming up as of the past few days, making me wonder if we're gonna get any kind of reveal soon. There was one for a Mega Flygon, which was one of those Rick Astley, you know, never gonna give you up troll videos, things like that, and like I can't help but think that we're going to be getting something similar to, you know, like, I mean, I just feel like there's news inbound for like the next week or two. I mean, Worlds is also coming up, and you have to keep in mind that, you know, with, you know, major Pokemon event or whatever, we might have, you know, I'm just saying, like, it seems like we're due for some news, and, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's... If possible, I really would like to get Mega Flygon. Just because Flygon's always been amazing, and, I don't know, like, it needs something. It needs to see play. I don't know what they can do to it. I mean, the Dragon ground typing, even if they change it to Dragon flying, it's still 400 weak to, you know, to Ice. So I mean, that's another thing that it has to still deal with. I don't see them doing pure Dragon. I don't think there's a single pure Dragon in the game that actually has things like wings. I could be wrong, of course, but I'm almost positive that there's no like pure Dragon that has wings, or even a Dragon with a dual typing that isn't flying and or has the ability to levitate or whatever. on top of that, I kind of feel like Flygon needs a new ability too, because, yeah, Levitate's really not doing anything for it. I don't understand why that thing actually has Levitate. I mean, I don't know. Considering we're over 50 minutes, I guess I can stop rambling. In the next episode, we are going to climb the Celestial Tower. We're also going to trigger the whole Juniper thing, so she goes to the, what's it called as well. But we'll be going through Celestial Tower in the next episode, so be sure to stay tuned for that. So if you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and until next time, this is the PokeGamer, signing out.